Imagine this: you go through a stressful childhood, and years later, you still feel anxious even when life feels so safe. The stress, what you've gone through as a child, literally left marks on your genes without changing the DNA code. This is the fascinating science of epigenetics, and this can explain a lot about mental health. Hi everyone. Today we will talk about one of the most interesting topic, that is epigenetics, and how it can shape our mental health. Don't worry, I'll keep it simple and relatable. We always thought in the past that we are born with these genes and it cannot change. But let me give you an analogy. Imagine our DNA to be a giant playlist of songs, and each song will represent a gene. And epigenetics are like volume knobs and equalizer. So the playlist will not change, but epigenetics will decide which songs will play louder and which songs will stay muted and how the whole mix will sound. So if a stress song plays louder, it can drown out all the calmer ones. But with healing and lifestyle changes, we can actually rebalance our sound. Childhood trauma, poor nutrition, chronic stress, and exposure to toxin can add up these volume adjustments. Stress hormone, that is cortisol, can turn up the fear track while turning down the calm tracks. Many of my patients ask me, why did I get depression? Why did I get anxiety when no one in the family has such condition? Researchers have found that conditions like depression, PTSD, or anxiety may not be just the brain chemistry or the upbringing. Certain stress responses can cause epigenetic changes which may make them more vulnerable to this mental health condition than others. Parents who use alcohol and drugs in dependent fashion may pass their epigenetics to their children, making them more susceptible for addiction. Some studies also shows that children of parents with a history of trauma like war or disaster survivors may inherit these epigenetic marks which can make them more sensitive to stress. But it doesn't mean that mental illness is predetermined, but it shows how these experiences can leave biological footprints. You don't have to lose hope because, unlike genes, epigenetics is not permanent. Just like how you can adjust the volume in the music player, lifestyle changes can reset the mix. Practices like meditation, yoga, exercises, chanting, social support, and healthy diet can rebalance the whole soundtrack. Psychotherapy and antidepressant medication also works partly through epigenetic pathways. If you have not understood the power of epigenetics, let me give you another example. Think of DNA like the wiring of the house. It stays the same, it is fixed, you cannot change, you are born with it. And epigenetics are like the light switches. So, stress can flip certain switches on, certain switches off. Let me tell you, our DNA is not our destiny. Life events can shape our genes as well as healing experiences too. So, what do you think? Knowing this epigenetics, can it help to reduce the stigma around mental health? Share your thoughts about epigenetics and other mental health issues as well. I would love to read about it. Remember, your story is not fixed in your DNA. If you want, you can rewrite it.